Hey guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave. So today's another episode of Frustrating Games, and this one I've been, thinking about for a while, and I thought now it's time to get it done, and that is Miner 2049er for the Atari 2600. I don't have Volume 1, I have Volume 2, but I mean it's the same game. I mean the only thing that's different is the look of the levels. So it actually plays very much the same. And it was kind of something I was worried about when I picked this up, going, is it going to be exactly like Volume 1? Because I have played the Volume 1 on the emulator. I've never played on a real Atari or anything like that. And I knew at that point that the game was kind of frustrating. So, and I have played this game a lot on the Commodore 64. I mention that all the time. I grew up playing more games on the Commodore 64 than I did on any other system, because it had so many games. You could play so many different kinds of games on the computer versus, say, the Atari. You'd have a limited amount, or the Intellivision. So I'm going to pop this in, and I'm going to show you all the parts that are kind of annoying about this game, and I'm going to hopefully get somewhere in there in the game as well. I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll see how far I can get on this game. Anyways, let's put this in and see what happens. Okay, so this is Miner 2049er Volume 2, now running on the Atari 2600. And here's the frustrating thing number one, is I couldn't get it to work on my 7800 Pro system. I don't know why. At first I thought maybe it was the game was defective or something. I was cleaning it, and it's still nothing. I put it into my Atari 2600 Light Sixer, and it worked right away. So that's kind of annoying, but let's get on with the game. Okay, so this is our little dude down there. The one thing I kind of always complain about this one is the speed. The speed of how he moves. It's really slow. I mean, I feel like I can just put, a book on my controller, go upstairs, get myself a drink, and come back downstairs, and he might be at the other end of the screen. But, I don't know what the reasoning why they made him so slow. And then his jumps are a little bit awkward. I mean, it's a nice game for the 2600 in that there's a lot going on. And perhaps part of the reasoning why is because of that. They really had to cut back on maybe processing speed or something. I don't know. I mean, I've always liked the Miner 2049er games. But I usually play it on the Commodore. Oh, that's another thing. That kind of weird thing. Once you jump on it, once you stop it, it's hard to get it to go again. So you can see there's a timer running down too, which doesn't help you with the fact that he is so slow. And his jump is awkward. Like, I literally just jumped and I fell through the floor. And then when you die, you have to start all over again, which also makes it more of a frustrating game. Because you could be almost at the very end and just jump onto something like this little thing here. And if you miss that jump, you are starting right from the beginning. And I remember when I first got this game, it was my first experience playing a Miner 2049er game on the Atari itself. I was quite surprised on how hard it is, like how difficult it is on the first level. Now I know this is Volume 2, so I don't have Volume 1. I don't even know if I want to track it down or not. I think the amount of money I'd pay for it would be a little bit too crazy. But, this does start you off on a much different level than, say, the original Volume 1, I should say. Which in itself, it's a little bit different, again, than the Commodore 64 in the certain levels that you... What? Why did I just fall through the floor? Maybe it's just the graphics on my TV are looking wonky, so... And that's it, I died. Let's try again. Try and, I don't even know if I've ever completed this level, which is pretty sad that I can't complete the first level of the game. I mean, normally you'd think in a video game the first level is the easy one, and then it gets hard. Come on. Let's go. The slowness is just killing me. It's just killing me. Let's go. Come on, man. You can do it. Now, the concept of this game, it's, you know, it sort of has a Donkey Kong feel to it, where you kind of got to get to the top by climbing ladders and stuff, except you're not really saving any damsel in distress. I think you're just mining for gold, or something. I believe there's a, you know, I don't have the manual to read it right now, but I think it's like you're mining. That's why it's called Miner 2049er. And you kind of got to scrub across the floor. I kind of look at it like you're almost painting the floor. Because that's what it looks like you're doing. Like, as you walk over the floor itself, which kind of resembles the girders in the Donkey Kong game, as you walk over it, it kind of goes that solid color, and you just got to get every square inch. And you got to watch out for these things. These are the slides. You could accidentally step on that. Okay, I'm going to try and... Oh, jeez, I can't get on there. You can't accidentally, you know, step on the slide, or you'll fly all the way down, and then you kind of have to start all the way from the bottom again. So you got to be careful with the slides. Tricky thing is, you also have to scrub over the part that has the slide. Usually you want to leave that to the end, so then you just go to the slide area and scrub over top of it, and then you fall down. Now, there has been instances, ooh, jeez, on, I remember playing on the Commodore a lot, where you would just have to get the one little piece at the slide, and then you would slide down instead, and then you would lose, because your time would run out, and you would get all frustrated. But as you can see, I'm having a heck of a time just trying to get past this first level, and I feel like I can't get very far. Like, I just get stuck there, because his jumping is so awkward. Like, you see him leap into the air like that. And these are the items that are kind of like the power pellets in Pac-Man. You got to get the item, and then you can kill those little monster-y things. I don't think they give you enough. I mean, if you look, there's one there, and then there's 3 enemies. I mean, there's no way you're going to be able to get all 3 enemies from that one item. Like, you'd not with the speed that this guy runs at, anyways. See, that's another thing. You can't restart this thing. You have to jump off of it. You have to jump off of it, jump back onto it again to restart it. So once you stop it, you're kind of, you know, one trip, and that's it. You gotta jump off it and then jump back on to restart it. You gotta push the button to stop it as well. It's definitely a game of patience and timing, I would have to say. But learning the jump, and this is where it's getting, this is where it really gets tricky, is his jump is so awkward for whatever reason. Okay, let's go. Come on, up, up. I gotta jump off it again. Gotta jump back onto it. There we go. I forgot, you can't stop. Once you're on it, you can't stop. Okay, there we go. I'm going to climb up. See if I can get over here. See, I have no idea how I'm going to kill all 3 of them. I think killing that guy down there is more important than that guy over there, because... Hurry up! Ugh. They don't give you a lot of time, but there's not a lot of platform here, so it would be very hard to juggle around him. That guy I can hopefully jump over. That's my plan anyways. I just wish there was one more item to kill him, because he's not going to be fun unless I go around him. Okay, let's see if I could do this. Luckily, they give you a good ample amount of time. That's probably the only positive thing I can say. Now, I can't touch that, because if I touch that, I'm going to fly down there. So I'm going to have to try and jump onto that platform. No! Are you kidding me? Okay, I got it. I know what I'm going to do. Since that seems to be the hard spot, let's try and do that first. Seems like, but then I'm going to have to go all the way back down, which is going to be, worrying about time. Okay, you could do this. There we go. Okay, okay. Now we're cooking with oil. I hope. Alright, out of the way. I'm going to try and do this where I can... Oh no, I gotta go back over this thing. I think I'll chance it. Maybe I can jump over this guy. Okay. No, I jumped too early! No, no, no! Whoa, okay. I think I've had enough of this frustrating game. That was brutal. I gave up. And that's sad. That's sad that I couldn't get past the first level. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's my patience. Maybe it's my timing. I don't know. Something's off about this game. It seems like something that needs to be fixed. And maybe people have done so. Perhaps there was hacks of it. I think I remember seeing something like that, there was like a hack or something. I don't know what it would be, though. I don't know if it would be speeding up the character, fixing the hit detection, fixing the jumping. Now, as far as the jumping is concerned, to be fair, the jumping on the Commodore 64, and I think even on the ColecoVision, it's the same thing. The way he jumps, the way he just leaps into the air, like, it's not like a smooth jump or a quick jump. It's kind of jump. And when you have jumps like that, you really have to get used to where you're going to lift off and where you're going to land. You almost have to know, just by playing the game, that I got to stand here and leap through the air to land here. And what they do in this game is they have a lot of those little, the girder piece or whatever you're walking on is like just a tiny, tiny little square. Meaning you don't have a lot of give. If you miss that little square, you're done. And again, you could complete most of that board and then miss up that one little piece and you got to start all over again. And I think that's the other part that frustrates more out of anything is when you die, you got to start all over again. It's sort of like in Donkey Kong, the rivet stage, where you have to jump over the little rivets, and if you die, you have to start all over again. But this is a lot more frustrating, I think, than that. Also, not having those little items, not having enough of them. I mean, you need them. If you're going to get around those guys, like I tried to jump that guy, and, it was not easy. The timing again. And you got a moving target this time. It's not like you're trying to land on a platform. You actually have a moving target. So you got to wait till he's in the right position. You got to wait till you're in the right position. And you got to know where you're going to jump. And then you got to continue on. I thought the timer was going to be a problem. But actually it does give you quite a bit of time. Now I have remembered when I played the Volume 1 on the emulator that, I did take my time trying to complete the levels and would run out of time. Trying to find the best path to take and stuff like that. So you kind of got to be quick, but I didn't run into that problem. Perhaps because I kept dying, and it didn't really matter that the timer was whatever. Just trying to get through the level. Anyways, yeah, this was a frustrating game. I mean, it's fun, but it's frustrating. And it's unique. I mean, it's nice to see something like that on the Atari. Again, I always like these type of platform games, especially if it's one that I was used to when I was younger and I played it on a different system. To be able to come in and play it on the Atari is kind of fun. And it's not easy to come by. I mean, these are quite rare. You don't see them in every store. You always see things like, Combat and E.T. and Centipede. You're not going to see this in every single store. And when you do, they might jack up the price just because of its rarity. And like I said, I don't know if I'll try and track down a Volume 1. If I can get it for cheap, maybe. But I'm not going to go in my way and pay ridiculous amounts of money on eBay just to get the first one. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Let me know what you think of Miner 2049er. What systems have you played it on? I wish I could have gotten further because it looks like there's some pretty interesting levels to face. But if I have that much hard time on the first board, I can imagine the kind of nightmare I'm going to deal with after that. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Hope you subscribe to my channel. Talk to you later.